Hey there, and welcome. Today, we're diving into something really exciting, how you can unlock long-term living in one of the most beautiful places on Earth. Let's jump right in.
So, let me ask you something. Have you ever just pictured yourself swapping out the daily grind for tropical beaches? For that amazing Filipino hospitality? For a vibrant new culture? I mean, for good? Making the Philippines not just a place you visit, but the place you actually call home.
Right, but if you've actually looked into it, you know the reality can be, well, a bit of a nightmare. You're constantly doing these visa runs, you're drowning in paperwork, and you've always got this nagging uncertainty about how long you can really stay. It's a common hurdle that can turn that dream into a huge headache fast.
Okay, so what if I told you there's a key to unlock that door? Permanently? Well, there is. And it's called the Special Resident Retiree's Visa, or as you'll hear it called, the SRRV. This is the official pathway to making the Philippines your long-term home base.
So what does this key actually get you? Let's break down the perks of having an SRRV, because this is where it gets really, really good. Let's talk about what's in it for you. I mean, what are we really talking about here? The benefits are, and I'm not exaggerating, fantastic. We're talking about the freedom to stay indefinitely. You can bring your family. There are some major tax breaks. You even get access to the national health insurance system, PhilHealth, plus discounts from partner businesses. It really is the whole package.
And this really gets to the heart of it. The core promise of the SRV is right here. You can live in the Philippines permanently. Think about that. You can come and go whenever you want without ever having to worry about your visa running out. That is some serious peace of mind. And get this, look at all the bureaucratic headaches you get to just skip. No more alien certificate of residence card, no more showing up for annual reporting at the immigration office, no more exit clearances or re-entry permits. You're even exempt from the travel tax on trips out of the country if you've been there less than a year. And a big one, your foreign pension, totally tax exempt.
And if you're thinking about moving your whole life over, check this out. The SRRV gives you a one-time tax-free allowance up to $7,000 to ship your personal stuff and furniture. That is a huge help when you're setting up a new home from scratch.
And hey, you don't have to make the move alone. This visa is designed for families. You can include your spouse and any unmarried kids under 21 right on your application. It's a real all-in-one solution.
Okay, so let's say you're sold on the benefits. The next big question is, which version of the SRV is the right one for you? Let's walk through the different types so you can find your perfect path forward. All right, this is probably the most important part for many of you. This is the SRRV Classic, the most popular option. And this table, this is where you'll find your exact requirement. Just take a look. It really boils down to two simple things: how old you are and whether or not you have a qualifying pension. So, for example, if you're over 50 and you have a pension, that required deposit is just $15,000. But say you're in your 40s and don't have one, it goes up to $50,000. Just take a second and find where you fit on this chart.
So, you might be asking, what exactly counts as a pension? Well, the key thing is a guaranteed monthly income. The Philippine Retirement Authority, the PRA, is looking for at least $800 a month if you're single, or $1,000 a month for a couple. If you've got that, you can qualify for those much lower deposit amounts.
Now, the Classic isn't the only game in town. There are other options. For instance, there's the SRV Courtesy, which is for people in specific professions, like retired diplomats, and the deposit there is way lower. And for former Filipino citizens, there are also special categories that make it even easier. Kind of a welcome home gesture.
Feeling pretty confident you qualify?
Awesome. So now let's map out the actual application process. It might look a little intimidating at first, but honestly, it's a very clear step-by-step path. Okay, here's your basic checklist. Nothing too crazy here. You need to meet the age requirement, that's typically 40 and up. You'll need the standard stuff, a valid passport, a medical certificate, and a police clearance from back home. And of course, you'll need to have the funds ready for that visa deposit. The whole thing really just boils down to these 4 steps. First, you open a special US dollar time deposit account at a PRA-approved bank. Second, you get all your documents together. And let me give you a quick pro tip here. Pay very close attention to that police clearance. It needs to be properly authenticated. You might hear the term apostilled for use in the Philippines. It's a tiny detail that can cause a massive delay if you miss it. Okay, after that you submit everything to the Philippine Retirement Authority, and then they take care of the rest, endorsing it to get your visa stamped.
All right, before you go and start packing all your bags, let's cover a few really important details. This is the fine print, the stuff you absolutely need to know to manage your expectations.
This is probably the most important distinction to understand. The SRRV gives you residency, not citizenship. What's the difference? Well, you can live in the Philippines indefinitely, but it is not a pathway to getting a Filipino passport. You won't have voting rights, and you'll still be a citizen of your home country. Honestly, for most people, it's the best of both worlds.
And what about that big deposit? I know that's a major question. The good news is, it's not a fee that you just pay and never see again. It's a deposit. Your money is held securely in a bank. It is totally refundable if you ever decide to cancel your visa down the line. And here's the best part. After a holding period, you might even be able to convert it into an investment, like buying a condominium. So your money isn't just sitting there, it can actually be working for you.
Okay, this is absolutely vital, and I can't stress this enough. Rules, fees, and requirements can change. They do change. So before you do anything, your one and only source of truth should be the official website for the Philippine Retirement Authority, or PRA. Always check there for the most current information. So, to wrap it all up, the SRRV is one of the world's best retirement visas for a reason. It's incredibly popular because it offers a secure, legal, and really flexible way to make the Philippines your long-term home, and it's packed with privileges that just make life that much easier. And that really brings us to the final question, which is one only you can answer. When you look at the freedom, the benefits, and the clear path to get there, could the SRRV be that key that finally unlocks your new life in paradise?